Hello, my friends. My buddy, Kansas Kid, had a video where he's talking about, have you ever bought fake Morgan dollars? And I have, not thinking they were real, knowing that they aren't real. Like this stack. The design kind of looks like a Morgan dollar, 1888, but when you start looking at the surface of this coin, it's not right. It's actually made out of steel, and these are considered magician. You hear what it sounds like. Magician stunt coins. Now, I ordered them off Amazon. They were about $7 or $8 for 5 of them. Now, the other thing, more recently, and I've got a pretty big stack of these. These are all replica or copies. Every last one of them. We'll start with this. Again, it looks like a Morgan dollar by the design a little bit. But when you look at this closer, and you look at the surface of it and how it looks, the edge around all this is not very sharp, and the surface just doesn't look right. It doesn't have very much relief or nothing. And this is an 1893S. Very expensive coin if it's real. And this one's not much less expensive. It's an 1895. Again, you look at the surface. The edges of all the design is not very sharp. And it's an 1895S, which is also a very rare coin. Inexpensive. Let's see. I'm looking for Morgan dollars. I think there's at least one more in here. Alright. This one. 1879. And you can kind of look at the surface. It's very much like these. And around the edges. And just know, if you've ever seen these, that is, this doesn't look quite right. There's something off on it. And what's that by the A there? That's a good question. But the website I bought these from more recently has been labeling these with a spot on it that says copy. Now, I have another one of these that's a lot like this design. And this one has the eagle on the back. It says it's a piece dollar. But you see that crack on the rim right there? A real one ain't going to have that. And this is not silver. And it's 1935, which is the year they struck these, but it's not real. Then there's various other coins, like this, 1947, 5 pesos, which says 30 grams, 90%. Well, this is not real. Again, it just doesn't look right for it to have been a struck coin. And then this is the Olympic Mexican coin, which is 720 silver, but it don't look right either. The edges are just not sharp like a struck coin would be. And one other thing that's a dead giveaway on this one, the rim is reeded. The edge on them actually say Independencia Libertad. Now, this one is kind of cool looking. 1936. It is not a year they struck piece dollars, but when you look at the back of that, that don't look nothing like a real piece dollar. This is just like a fantasy type coin. It's a Reaper Angel of some sort. It's neat looking, but it's not real. And there's another one of them. When I ordered it, you could get 2 of them for a nominal price. Now, this is an older coin design. You see it says 1887. And it's got this dragon on the back. It says it's a Wells coin. It is not real though. It's not silver. Then this is a Philippines 1906 coin, but it don't look right. And a lot of these are San Francisco mint, and there'd be a little S right there, but this is actually too big across. It's the same size as the Morgan dollars and peace dollar things I already showed you. Actually, it's a little bit bigger, and these are not that big. Now, they even went after the really old coins like this flowing hair type dollar coin. And it's just the surfaces and how it looks is just not right. But if you don't know very much about coins and you go somewhere and you buy something thinking you got something and it turns out to be fake because you didn't know any better, you need to research this stuff. This is a copy of the $10 gold coin. It's not a real coin. It's too big to be the gold anyway. And then this one I like, even though it's not real, because of the selling ship on the back. And they made a real coin like this, but it doesn't look quite like that. And then this other, and this one's almost cartoonish looking. Get a good look at it. Again, the surfaces and edges are just all wrong. Now, the last really big coin I'm going to show you is this one. It's made to look like a seated Liberty dollar, 1847. But on the back, you look at that mint mark, Carson City. Now look how weird the strike on the $1, $1 part is. And just the overall look. I don't think too many people would think this was real. And once you look up Carson City dollar coins and find out that they never made one for those years, not Carson City anyway, then you start thinking, oh, okay. Now, I do have a few $half examples of fakes. This JFK is horrible looking. No one will fall and think this is real. It's just all wrong and way too light. Now, a couple of them I got that were a little bit more disconcerting. When you look at this, they really copied the design and look of the Walking Liberty. I mean, when you look at the eagle, now it's not sharp enough around the edges, so it's not a real coin, but if this is stuck in a bunch of walkers in a bag, like a 50 or 100, and it says, and there's a few of them like this in it, you're getting ripped off. Now, this 1909 Barber half, again, it don't look right. It's New Orleans mint, which is, this would have been the last year they struck them, but this is not an Orleans mint coin. The last couple examples I have of these kinds of coins I got from one of my local coin dealers. And both of these, this is a 1908 Barber, one that's scratched up and banged up and dinged. But if you look at the edges and how that date looks on all of it, this is clearly not real. But again, if you're buying Barber $half in a big bulk bag and you get a couple like this in it, you're not going to be happy. And this one, it's a Standing Liberty. It says 1925 on it. When you look at that surface of the coin, it's clearly not right. I don't think anyone would be fooled into thinking this was actually a real quarter. I mean, it just is not a proper look. But again, these two kinds of coins, and even this one and this one, they could all be thrown in like a bulk bag of loose silver coins and you not know it and end up buying it and thinking you got 30 or 40 half dollars when you're a couple short because they're fake ones, which means you'll end up paying more for your fake silver coins than they're worth. Anyway, that's pretty much my take on it and showing off all these copies. But get a good look. 1879 Morgan dollar. And then when you go to a coin shop and look at them, or anywhere else you find a Morgan dollar, if they look like this, with this kind of weird looking surface and very soft lines around all the devices and stuff, you've got one that's not real. That's all there is to it. Go check out the Kansas Kids video, and then I'll probably drop a link on this to it. But that's all I got for this one, and we'll see you again soon.